Hey, my little artists, it's time to begin our project. So now that we have gone over our color wheel again and our primary and secondary colors, we are going to color our color wheel. But our color wheel this year is special. What is this a picture of? That's right, it's a turtle. So our turtle shell is going to be our color wheel. Okay, so we are going to start with the first color of the rainbow. And our first color is red. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start up here at our turtle's head. That first triangle or first slice of pizza. It looks like a slice of pizza. We are going to do this triangle in red. So we are going to outline it. Go over the black lines of our triangle with our red marker. But we're not done yet. Don't put your marker up yet, because we're going to make our color wheel look real fancy. And we're going to add some cool designs to our little slices here. Okay, so this one, I'm going to add some more lines. So see how I curved my line to match the curve of his shell? I'm just going to keep going down my little triangle here. And I'm going to make some lines with my marker till I get to the bottom. Okay, now I just did one triangle, right? Just one. Okay, so once you've done your lines, you're going to take your cap and snap it. And make sure you put your red marker up. Now we need our red crayon. And we are going to carefully color in our red triangle here. Remember, color lightly, stay in the lines, and you can color right over your marker lines here. It doesn't matter. You don't have to color in between the marker lines. Just stay in the black line of your triangle. Color lightly. If you color lightly, you can color fast. If you press hard, it takes a long time to color. But see how fast I'm going? Because I'm not pressing very lightly, but I'm still getting color on my paper. Staying in the lines, making sure there's no white spots. And I've got my first color finished. Okay, so I can put my red up. Now, we're going in order of the rainbow. So what comes after red? That's right, it's orange. So find your orange marker. Now, if you haven't finished coloring your red, that's okay. Just go ahead and do your orange. You can go back and finish coloring that in a second. So, orange. We are going to, again, outline. Go along the black lines of one triangle. One triangle. So I went to the right, one triangle. Red and orange is right beside it. Okay, now for this one, we're going to add some polka dots. So I'm going to take my orange marker and I'm going to start by making some big orange circles. And then I'm going to make some circles that are a little bit smaller. Just making all kinds of circles. And then I'm going to make some even smaller circles. And I'm just filling in circles everywhere. Lots of polka dots. I love dots. Polka dots are so much fun. And they're easy to make. Just lots of little circles. Now, if you start making your circles really, really tiny and they get colored in, that's fine. Because I'm going to go back and add some little dots. Now, am I pressing hard on my marker to make my dots? Nope. Just barely pressing. I'm just filling in all kinds of little dots. Just one little dab of color. Just filling it in, making it look really cool. And once I've got all kinds of dots, what am I going to do to my marker? Snap that cap. And then I put my orange marker up, and I need my orange crayon. And now again, I'm just going to color my little triangle here orange. And again, I'm just coloring right over my marker lines. That's fine. Coloring right over the marker lines. Coloring lightly so I can color fast, but I go a little bit slow around the edges, right? That way I don't actually accidentally go outside of the lines. So I'm just gonna color, 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 color. Okay. And now orange is finished. Now, if you haven't finished coloring your orange, that's okay. You can come back and finish it in a minute. Okay, so orange crayon goes back in our bag, and now we're ready for our next color. So let's think. We did red, orange. What comes next? That's right, it's yellow. Yellow is next on my color wheel. Okay, so I've got my yellow crayon. And again, I'm going to go around one triangle, just one. And yellow is right beside orange. Okay, now for this one, I'm going to do some zigzag lines. They kind of look like capital letter M's. I'm just making some cool zigzag lines. Not a lot. I just did 3 rows of zigzags. Now, if you did your zigzags going this way, that's fine. If you didn't go this way, that's fine. Just add some zigzag lines. Having some fun with different kinds of lines today. And then when you're done, you snap that cap. Put your yellow marker up. Get your yellow crayon out. And then we are going to color our triangle yellow. And again, color light, color fast, fill in the whole triangle, no white spots. Don't press too hard, lightly, 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 and just color right over those marker lines because they're gonna show right through. And once you are finished with your yellow crayon, where does it go? Back in the bag. And we're ready for our next color. Okay, so let's see. We've done red, orange, yellow. What goes right here? What's the next color of our rainbow? That's right, it's green. So find your green marker. And again, we're doing one triangle and we're going to outline it. Just go right over those black lines. Now for this one, we're going to do some wavy lines. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom and I'm just making some waves. Some wavy curved lines. And one more at the top. Little smiley face. They look like little smiley faces, don't they? Just lots of little smiley faces all together. Little curved wavy smiley faces. Okay, and once I'm done, what do I do to my marker? Snap that cap. Put your marker up and find your green crayon. And again, we're going to color in this little triangle. Color it green. Remember, Color kind of slow along the edges so you don't go outside the lines. And then once you're in the middle, you can go really, really fast. Really fast. Coloring lightly, going right over top of those marker lines. Coloring the whole thing in, no white spaces. And when you're done with your green, put it up. And now we got to figure out what color is next. So let's see. We've done red, orange, yellow, green. What comes next? Blue. Blue is next. So get your blue marker. And again, we're just doing one triangle. So go over those black lines of that triangle. Okay, now this one, we're going to do some lines, some interesting lines. So watch. See this line right here? See this line right here that goes right beside the green? I'm going to come up and I'm going to draw another line just like it. And then we'll come up a little bit more and draw another line just like it. And I'm going to keep drawing some stripes. And these lines are called diagonal lines. We've got some diagonal lines. So now I've got some blue diagonal lines in my triangle. And when I'm done, what do I do with my marker? Snap that cap. Put my blue marker up and find my blue crayon. And again, color neatly, color lightly, stay in the lines. And make sure I color the whole thing, no white spots. Okay, my turtle shell is looking good and we are almost finished. Okay, so once you're done with your blue, you can put that crayon away. And we've got one more triangle left. What color haven't we done yet? Let's go through our color wheel again. We've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue. What's next? That's right. It's purple or violet. Doesn't matter which one you say, it's still the right color. This is the color that has two names, violet and purple. So take your marker and you're going to go around the outside edge of that triangle. And then this one, okay, watch carefully how I do this one, okay? See this line right here where blue and purple meet? I'm going to do that same line above it. Horizontal line going from left to right. And I'm going to go all the way up this triangle. Oh, but I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Watch carefully. See where red and purple meet right here? I'm going to start my marker right there, and I'm going to draw a line straight down. That's called a vertical line. It goes up and down. Then I'm going to come over a little bit, and I'm going to draw another one down. And then we'll draw another one down. Another one down. Then we'll go over here. And I'm going to keep going. And now I've made all kinds of little squares, didn't I? It's like a checkerboard or a picnic blanket. It almost looks like a picnic blanket or a checkerboard. Very cool. Okay, so once you've done that, take your marker and snap that cap. Put your marker up. Get out your crayon. And we're going to color in all those little squares. Now again, we're just coloring right over our marker lines. We're not going to color each individual square. We're just coloring over them, but we're staying inside of our triangle. Coloring lightly, coloring fast. No white spots. And then when I'm finished, I put my purple crayon up, and now I have a finished color wheel. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Okay, so at this point, if you haven't finished coloring in any of these triangles, you can go ahead and finish that. And if you've already finished, we're going to add some little details to our sea turtle, because our turtle, his shell is colored, but the rest of him is not. So, turtles are what color? They're green. So I'm going to take my green and I'm going to outline his feet. And how many feet does a turtle have? That's right, he has 4. 2 front and 2 in the back. So our turtle is going to be green. And then his head. Now with his head, we're going to go around his eye. So watch how I do this. I'm going to come below his eye, and then I'm going to come down. So I'm going to go below his eye and come down, and then we'll do in between his eyes, then along the top of his shell, because I'm not going to color his eyes green. We'll color them a different color. And when I'm done, what do? Snap that cap. Get my green crayon. And again, don't color in his eyes. We're going to color in his head. And all 4 of his feet. Now this turtle, we're going to make him a sea turtle. So we wouldn't really call these feet, we would call them, anybody know? Flippers. They're called flippers when they're on a sea turtle, because this is what he uses to help him swim in the water. So we'll color his 4 feet, or his 4 flippers, green, and his head is green. Remember, try to stay in the lines. Color neatly, color lightly, fill in the whole space. Okay. Now, once I'm done with his face and his flippers, I put my green away, and we're going to do his eyes as purple. And I'm just going to use my purple marker because these are just really small. So I'm just going to color them in with a marker. Color his eyes in with a marker. Give him some purple eyes. And then, oh, what do I do to my marker? I forgot. I've got to snap my cap. Okay, now, the next color, we're not going to use a marker. We're just going to use a crayon because sea turtles live in the sea or the ocean, which is blue, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue crayon, and just like I did down here in my green section, I'm going to make some waves. I'm just going to draw some waves. Just add a few. And then I'm going to take my blue crayon and I'm going to color the water. So I'm just going to color all around my sea turtle. And be careful, don't color into our color wheel. Color around his flippers and his shell. Color all the way out to the edges and color lightly. Got a lot of space to fill in. We definitely want to color lightly here on the water so that we can see those waves that we drew. If you color dark, then you're going to color right over top of them. So we want to color light. Color all around his shell, all around his flippers. See how I'm coloring lightly and you can still see my wave lines? Oops. Sometimes when you go up here at the top, it's easy if you just kind of color across the top, go along the edge of the paper. That way it makes it easier to color. Filling in the whole space. Our sea turtle color wheel is swimming today. Okay, you guys keep coloring because I am finished, but you guys can finish coloring. And when you're done, don't forget to put your crayon back in your bag. And when you're finished, I will come get those. And we have our color wheel finished. Our cute little sea turtle is done. So until next time.